Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Today's video is just gonna be a good old get ready with me. I have fun things to play with, some new, some old. I created this look. I think it came out so fun. And I'm just gonna chit chat about kind of my goals for 2025. So we're just gonna get into it. As far as my accessories go, I just have like little Primark earrings. And I don't know where these rings were from, just random stores I've stumbled upon in years past. So yeah, without further ado, let's just hop in and hang out. Okay, hi, how's it going? I'm very excited to be diving into this video. It's actually gonna be the last video of the year. I'm pre-filming this like 2 weeks early, so that feels kind of weird because I have a few other videos I'm still filming that are going up before this video. I'm just not able to film them today, so this is the video I'm filming today. But that's just weird, like this is gonna be my final video of the year. This is the video where I just do a nice little chatty get ready with me, kind of reflect a little bit, chat about my goals for the next year, and it's always fun. I like doing these videos. It just feels like, I don't know, a sense of like renewal is upon us, so that's always nice. I have a mixture of new and old things. I'm gonna pair two palettes together that I've really been itching to pair together. It's gonna be super fun. I have a vision. Let's dive into it. As I'm chatting and stuff, if I don't mention a makeup product that I'm using, I will of course have everything in the description box as always. I'm gonna start by priming. I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Liquid Putty Primer. I've been really enjoying this again the last few weeks. It's been really good. But how are you doing? How has your month been? Obviously for me, it's only like halfway through the month as I'm filming this, but like I said, when it goes up, it'll be the end of the month. So how was your month? How were your holidays if you celebrate? Did you do anything fun? Did you keep it low key? I would love to know. Zane and I are going to like a house, a cabin, I'm not really sure, some kind of home in North Carolina for the holidays. A family friend is giving it to like Zane's parents, me and Zane, and then his sister and her boyfriend to stay in. I'm gonna use the Merit foundation stick. Love this product so much. So we'll be doing that. I think I'm actually coming home the day this video is gonna get posted. So hopefully I had a great time. I'm excited just to relax, do some hiking, and just general chill. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a nice relaxing week. But yeah, I always like just kind of chatting about my goals for the next year. I'm not someone that's like big on New Year's resolutions, if you will. I'm not somebody who wants to make these like big proclamations of things that like, I don't know. I don't like that New Year's resolution format, but I do believe in kind of, you know, being a goal setter, like setting up things and ideas of things I'd like to do or like to achieve, just in more of a general way rather than like a strict resolution way. Does that make sense? I feel like manifesting and goal setting is good. Resolutions specifically don't really work for me though, in that like traditional sense, if you will. But I definitely have some things that I would like to focus on in the new year. Everything from like my well-being to home related stuff to video related stuff to book related stuff. So I guess we'll just get into it. I guess we'll just start with my well-being. That's the first thing I had written down. This is the Makeup by Mario concealer. I want to do more yoga and Pilates. I started getting into it this year, and I'll go through waves where I'm doing it a lot, and then I go through times where I'm not really doing it at all. I'd like to find more of a consistent balance where I'm at least doing something like once a week with it. Like, I don't know, maybe on like a Sunday, I could like start my Sundays off with a little yoga or Pilates. Like maybe I'll do one week and one the next week and just kind of switch it up. I do have that habit with exercise. I exercise a lot. I usually do some form of workout anywhere between 4 to 6 days a week. I do love movement. I love just getting my body moving. It's a great start to the day, or some days it's a great end to the day, depending on how it works out. No pun intended. But I do this thing where I'll get very hyper fixated and excited about one form of exercise, and I'll only do that for like, I don't know, a month or two. And then I like get bored of it, and then I switch to something totally different. I feel like I'd like to get better at just like maybe incorporating a variety just all the time. Like maybe 1 day a week I'm doing yoga / Pilates. 2 days a week I'm doing some kind of strength training. And then like 2 to 3 days a week I'm going on like a run. Something like that, where I have a little bit more just variety and consistency. So I'm not just going all into one and then I ditch it for a while. I guess kind of on that note, I want to get better at running for the same reason I was just saying. Like I'll be really into it for like 2 or 3 months. My stamina's getting there. I can manage to go a good distance without like stopping. I can just be out doing it more often. And then I like get bored of running. And then I just don't do it. And then months later, when I decide to pick it up again, it's like I'm starting from ground zero. So I'd like to, again, just keep more of a consistent routine, even if it just means going on like one like light jog a week. Just something to keep it going. I'm currently right now doing one of those like, you know, couch to 5K sort of like workout routines where like 3 days a week, I just like slowly keep adding more and more to it week by week. I'm currently done with week 1. As I'm filming this, by the time this video goes up, I'll be a little bit deeper into it. But my goal is to not only complete that, but just also stay consistent with it. And I'm not even like necessarily trying to like go run a race or anything like that. That kind of intimidates me. Maybe one day. Right now, I'd rather just keep it to myself. I don't really want to do a public race situation. That's so scary to me. But maybe that would motivate me to keep up with it if I signed up for one. I don't know. For any of you who is a runner, do you have any advice on how to like keep up with it and stay consistent? I just feel like I get bored. I feel like it's been helping to like listen to an audiobook while I run because then I get excited to like listen to my book. But yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts. I feel like I always give up in the summer because I just hate being outside when it's hot in Florida. It's just the worst. Like this morning I went on my run and it was like literally 40 degrees at 6:30 a.m. But I loved that. I so much more prefer to be like out in the cold than in the hot. But nothing I can do about that. I guess I just have to push through it. Maybe when summer comes around, I'll just wake up even earlier to like beat the sun or something like that. Who knows? But if any of you are runners, I'd love your advice on how to just like keep up with it and like get good at it. I don't like talking about food and eating habits and stuff like that because it's I feel like very nuanced and very personal and it can be very triggering. And just as a blanket statement, like I'm in no way like gonna be talking about dieting or anything like that. I'm very against that actually. It's just not a topic that I'm liking to talk about. It's triggering to me even. I feel like I definitely fell into like diet culture things back in the day. And I've spent the last couple of years really trying to just get more in tune with my body and focus more on like intuitively eating and not stressing about like calorie counting and things like that. Just more so focusing on like what makes me feel good, what makes my body feel good, trying to learn my hunger cues better. It's a long process. I'm still like trying to learn it and navigate it, but it's been really great. I've really been enjoying just the feeling of it mentally and physically. It's been a lot better. But kind of on that topic is I do want to focus even harder on just like what my body wants and desires as we're going into the new year, really even starting right now as I'm filming this video. It's not even the new year yet right now, but I've just noticed, I feel like especially ever since I turned 30 over the summer, it's like my body doesn't accept certain foods anymore. Like recently, I actually met with my doctor and took an allergy test, so I'll probably have those results by the time this video goes up, but I've like had instances where I eat something and like my stomach will hurt or I'll even like break out in hives on my neck and I'm like, am I like allergic to things all of a sudden? I've never been someone who deals with allergies or has allergic reactions, but I feel like my body is suddenly like not happy about things anymore. I fear it may be strawberries. That'll break my absolute heart, but it'll be okay. But I do want to just focus on, again, not in a diety way, because I'm not against, you know, indulging. Have a dessert. Eat some carbs. Like, we should have a balance of all the foods, in my opinion. But I do want to focus on just eating cleaner in the sense of, like, trying to figure out what my body likes and what my body doesn't like. I feel like that's very important to me. I want to, I don't know, focus on fueling myself, making myself feel good. So that's something I'm gonna try to focus on in the new year. And especially just with the help of my doctor, figuring out what my body no longer enjoys me to consume anymore, because that's been very inconvenient. I think those are pretty much all of my just like well-being goals that I have. I just want to like focus on that exercise balance of like doing all the things more consistently instead of just focusing on only one thing and then moving on to the next, and just figuring out what my body likes and doesn't like. I'm gonna use one of my new Luter Beauty liquid blushes. I bought 3 shades that I didn't have recently. This one's the shade Rose Reina. I'm very excited. I haven't worn this yet. I literally just got this in the mail yesterday. So I'm very excited. I'm just gonna do a little dabble and blend it out. But I do have some bookish goals. As most of you probably know, I'm a big reader. I got back into it last February, so we're going on 2 years now. And I've been consuming all the books, literally all the books. It's been so much fun. I love it so, so much. How many books have I even read this year? I think I set my goal to 120 because I surpassed 100 the year prior and I hadn't even read the whole year since I'd started in February. So I set my goal this year to 120 because I feel like on average I do read about 10 books a month, give or take, sometimes more, sometimes like 8 or 9, but usually 10's a pretty solid estimate. Also, this blush color is everything. So yeah, what have I read right now as of this moment? 154. And I'll probably read at least 5 more books before this month ends. I'm just assuming I'll probably read a good bit when I'm on my little mountain vacation. I really just want to chill and read. So somewhere between 154 and 160 will probably be my end goal for the year this year. And while I'm thrilled with that, I'm so happy I was able to devour so many books. Not even in like a, you need to read this many books to be like a good reader. Like if you read only 3 books in the year, I'm so happy for you. But I'm just happy I was able to consume as many books as I did. And I would like to continue reading a ton. I feel like I'm just gonna keep my goal at 100 books instead of 120. Not to say I won't surpass 120 again, but I feel like I'm just gonna cut my goal down just a little bit because I do wanna just, I don't know, focus on reading like quality over quantity, because there definitely have been some books that I didn't super enjoy this year, and I feel like I want to maybe even get better at like DNFing a book that I'm not super into. If I'm starting it and it's just not hitting for me, I want to get better at telling myself like that's okay. There's like life's too short to not read books that I'm obsessed with, so I want to kind of change my focus to that. I'm going to use one of my Rare Beauty Luminous Powder Blushes. This is the shade Hope. I love these blushes just so much. It's one of my absolute favorite things from the whole year. They're just so pretty. That like glowy, blushy, highlighty combo is just everything. I love like draping it up toward like my temple. Oh, it's just everything. It's so pretty. I also want to buy less books, and I feel like I got in a really good groove, especially the last few months of this year, where I utilized my Libby app through my library a lot to just like rent ebooks instead of buying every book. And I've been loving that. It's definitely been great for me. Like there's definitely books that I want to own and I will still continue to own and still want to shop for. Like there's certain authors that I will always want to buy their books from, or continuations of a series that I love that I'll want to buy from. But there's plenty of books that I want to read, but I don't necessarily need to own, and like that's okay. So I would like to just kind of continue with that. I'm not going to put like a strict like restriction on myself where like you can only buy 6 books in the year. I'm not going to do anything like that, but I do want to just like be very picky on which books I physically buy and otherwise just utilize my Libby app. I also might get Kindle Unlimited because I think that would be useful for me, because there's a lot of books that are on Kindle Unlimited that I'd want to read that aren't on the Libby app. Like my library just doesn't carry them for whatever reason, or maybe they're just not available at the library, I don't know. But I think the Kindle Unlimited subscription might be useful for me. So I might get that as well. Like you can't tell me this isn't one of the prettiest blushes ever. It's just so good. I'd also really like to reread at least 1 book a month. I have so many books on my bookshelves that I love with my entire soul, and I'd really like to like revisit them, like go back to that world, be with these characters again. So I think my goal is to reread at least 1 book a month. I always do like my like picking out my TBR for the month at the beginning of every month. That's always like in a vlog on my vlog channel. So I'll just always factor in a reread. And I already have a list of books that I want to reread, and I'm so excited. I think I'm gonna start with rereading the ACOTAR series. I think that'll be so fun. It's been, I mean, almost 2 years since I read that. I think it was like late spring when I read them in 2022. So I'm very excited to dive back into that series and see if I'm still just as obsessed with it as I think I am. I'm pretty sure I will be. If not, I'll become more obsessed. But I'm just really excited to kind of revisit some worlds that I loved so, so much. I think those are my bookish goals. Just like, I want to keep reading a lot, but I want to buy less and focus more on like the Libby app and rereading and possibly Kindle Unlimited and stuff like that. And that's kind of my gist. I guess I have a couple home related goals. Nothing like major, but I do want to just continue making little home improvements. I love our house so, so much. It'll honestly break my heart to move away one day, but Zane and I do eventually want to move away from Florida. Like this is just never been somewhere I want to stay for the rest of my life. I was born here. I lived in North Georgia from the time I was like, I don't know, a toddler until I was like 9, and then back in Florida. So it really, like, it's never really been by my choice that I've been here. I've just always lived here. And then, you know, you get a job. In my case, I started like my salon business. So moving isn't like the easiest thing. And I just love our home. So it will break my heart to leave one day, but it'll also be good when we eventually go somewhere with cold weather. That'll be great. But I do, in the meantime, still want to continue doing things to my house that just make me happy. Like, I might spruce up my background. I just feel like we've been doing the same thing for a minute, and I feel like I could stand to switch it up a little bit, but we'll see. That's time permitting. That's a loose goal. That one's not one that I'm necessarily sure I'm gonna do, but I do want to redo our coffee area downstairs, and that I'm so excited for. I want to try to do that in early January if I can. I found a really fun wallpaper. I want to wallpaper that accent wall, keep the coffee bar, add shelves, add like hanging situations to hang the mugs so they're even more on display, because I have so many cool mugs. It's like one of my favorite things to buy seasonally are fun mugs. I want to like put out all my finishing sugars and get more syrups, and I just want to make like just such a cool coffee bar experience for myself. I love making coffee at home. It's like one of my favorite things ever, and I just want to spruce up that wall. That'll be a really fun thing to do. So I think that'll happen early January. I'll most likely vlog it. Like, why wouldn't I? So yeah, that'll be super fun. There's also an accent wall like on our landing as we're going upstairs that I've been wanting to do something with ever since we moved in, and I've still done nothing to it. So I'd really like to try to figure out what I want to do to that wall. I think that'd be fun. And I still want to paint our downstairs powder bathroom. I feel like I've been talking about it forever, but I want to paint it just like a really beautiful, like dark foresty green. I think it'll be so cool. It's just a matter of doing it. And possibly replace that sink, because I'd like a cuter sink in that bathroom. But these are all just like vague ideas. And I'm excited to get to it, especially the coffee bar. Like, when I get like a decor idea in my mind for my house, there's nothing that'll stop me. Like, I need it now. I'm gonna spray with my Freck setting spray, and we'll move on to the eyes. Let's talk about my eyeshadow really quick before I talk about my like makeup and channel goals, if you will. So I'm gonna pair these two together. I've been dying to pair them together ever since the 'Tis the Season came out. So from Cosmic Brushes, 'Tis the Season was this year's like holiday palette, and the Winter Wonderland was Cosmic Brushes like last year's like holiday winter palette. The Winter Wonderland is just everything. I love her so, so much. Just like the blue, purple, teal. Such a good palette. And then 'Tis the Season is just like holiday explosion. It's so pretty, but I don't feel like it's so Christmassy, because like Christmas is over by the time this video gets posted, that like I can't still use this. Like, I feel like it's just a beautiful, like rich, yummy, fun, colorful jewel tone palette. I really want to pair these palettes together. So I'm thinking I want to do some kind of bold, blown out, half cut crease, very dramatic. And I want to play with these berry tones. So I'm going to kind of use like the dark berry, the pink, and then this pale, pale pink to blend it out. I'll dip into the Winter Wonderland palette and probably use the black to deepen it up just a smidge more. And then I want to do like a dramatic half cut. Have to have Winter Solstice all over the lid. It's just such a good shade. I'll probably put this light blue Frost in the inner corner. I'll probably highlight with the icy white shade. And I do also want to do like graphic liners, some face crystals. So I probably will use this blue. I think that'll be a really fun kind of cut into the berry. I'm just feeling like the berries with the light blue. I think it's gonna be a really fun combination. So that's kind of my plan. So as far as makeup goals, I'd say I don't have any crazy specific goals. Like, I don't feel like I buy so much makeup that I need to like go on a strict no buy or anything like that. So I'm not in that place in my life. I'm very thankful that I received the amount of PR that I received so that I don't have to do that. I recognize that for sure. But it's also very easy to fall into like just buying more. And I feel like I find a good balance where I don't buy things just for the sake of buying them. I feel like I only buy things when I feel like it's really gonna add something new and special to my collection. So I'd like to kind of continue with that. I don't want to just buy things for the sake of buying them. As much as I love like testing things out and trying things with you guys, I also have so much that I'm testing out and trying at any given moment, and I can't overconsume all the other things. There's just not enough time. So I feel like I'm already at a good balance with that, and I'd really like to just continue that into the new year. I very much would like to use more of my single shadows. If you watched my declutter series, I kind of talked about that a good bit, that I wanted to find ways to use my single shadows more. And I've already kind of started incorporating some a little bit. I've done a couple looks here and there where I'll pull in some singles. Like I think my members only video from this month, I used singles. I incorporated singles in a reel I did recently. So I've already been trying and I just want to kind of continue doing so. I may bring back the like build your own palettes videos. It's just, they take a lot of time and unfortunately they're not the most popular videos on my channel. So I can't always prioritize them when I have other things that I know will just be more interesting to more of you, if that makes sense. But I will try to bring them back just like when the timing is right. Like if I have time in my schedule to like film something like that and I have the inspiration to, but I'm not gonna go like a strict rule where like I'm gonna do it every single month because that's just not realistic. I don't know if that would happen, but I would like to try to maybe do at least a couple of them in the year. I feel like that'd be good. I know I did one back in January, so maybe I'll try to do one again sometime soon. Maybe I'll try to do them seasonally, but we'll see. Again, I'm not gonna put strict rules on it because if I just have other things I have to prioritize, then that's just how it's gonna go. But I would like to try to like pull in singles with some of my palettes here and there and stuff like that. I might even dedicate a whole month where like every single look I do, I am gonna incorporate a single shadow in some way, shape, or form. So we'll see. I think that could be a fun, creative way. Actually, that is kind of a goal. I guess I didn't write it down, but I think I want to kind of have a focus of every single month. Like this month in particular, I've been trying to incorporate face crystals in every single look. And I've done it in the past where I had like, what was it, graphic liner May? Back in like 2022 or something where I tried to do graphic liner or face crystals every single time I did my makeup that month. So I want to kind of have little focuses like that. So like maybe one month I incorporate a single shadow in every single look. And another month maybe I wear like a very bold lip every single day. Like I don't do just like a nude or a sheer gloss. Like I do like an actual bold lip. Maybe one month I will incorporate like a pop of neon in every single look in some way, shape, or form. Just something like fun and challenging. I think that could be, I don't know, just a fun way to spice things up, but we'll see. This pink is so cute. I love it. I'm gonna take that like very pale pink now and just kind of blend the edges. What else do I have written down? Oh, I would love to focus on older makeup. Again, I don't have a strict rule with this because I am, of course, always testing out new things for you guys. I mean, and for myself. I love testing out new makeup, don't get me wrong. But I also love revisiting older stuff. Like the fact that I'm pairing the Winter Wonderland with this palette today brings me a lot of joy that I'm busting out a palette that came out a year ago because I just don't really get the opportunity to a lot. But I would like to try, hopefully, give or take, but as a general rule, I would like to try to use at least 3 older palettes in a month, whether that be in a like full face of old makeup, get ready with me, or in like short form content, like a reel or a YouTube shorts, or maybe a bingo where I'm using like a bunch of palettes from a brand, something like that. I would just like to try to use at least 3 older palettes a month. And I feel like I usually get close to that already. I do try to incorporate older palettes. I'll do the old like full face of old makeup videos or incorporate things in reels and shorts and stuff like that. So I'd like to just continue that and maybe put some extra focus on that if I can. Again, time permitting. Time permitting. If there's like a million new releases out that I'd really like to get up my thoughts for you, those are gonna take priority, but I would like to put some focus on some older stuff. Again, I think that would be really, really fun. I mean, I feel like this is not a hard goal because I'm already very close, but I would love to hit 40,000 subscribers. I'm already a quarter of the way into 39,000, which is so cool. And just thank you so much if you've ever like, I don't know, done anything. Like if you're watching this video right now and this is the first video you've ever seen from me, thank you. It means so much. But I would like to hit 40,000. I feel like that'll just feel so cool. I like can't even fathom that. Like it's still hard to believe that I ever reached 1,000, let alone I'm now at almost 40. That's crazy. But I would like to reach 40. I don't want to put any more goals beyond that as far as like channel growth, just because it's very up to the YouTube gods in a way. Like, I mean, I can do what I can to post the things that I know you guys like, but beyond that, it's a little bit of luck of the draw. So I don't want to put crazy goals that I can't really control if I achieve or not, besides just being consistent and being here for you and posting things that you guys like. That's pretty much all I can do. Other than that, it's up to really you guys and the YouTube gods to push it past that, but I would like to reach 40,000. I think that would be very cool. Very, very cool. I've also, if you didn't already know, but I did start a separate vlog channel back in, I want to say early November, or maybe it was October. I think it was October, actually. I think I started it toward the end of October, but I started a separate vlog channel where I can post my vlogs very freely. Before, I was just kind of cramming them in when I had like a free space in my upload schedule here. So sometimes it would be once a week, sometimes it would be once every other week. And now I can really post them like as often as I want to. I sometimes post like 2 or 3 times a week, and it's been so fun. I feel like I get to share, like, I don't know, my real life in more of a real time scenario. I do lots of like unboxings. I share any of like the day trips we do, any travel excursions we do. I share just my day-to-day life, kitty shenanigans, all sorts of stuff. And it's been just so much fun. So I would like to see that grow a little bit. I'm not expecting that channel to be like, you know, my main channel ever. Like, that's always just going to be kind of my bonus channel for some extra content for me to just get up to my shenanigans. But it's already so cool to see that that's over 1,000 subscribers. Like, I did not expect that. So thank you so much if you are a part of the vlog fam over there. It's been a lot of fun. But I would just like to see that either, you know, just stay really consistent or grow a bit more. I just want to continue consistently posting on it. I think it's been a lot of fun for me. It's just a fun little creative outlet that feels very different from this channel. So it's been good for me. And I'd like to just continue playing with that. I'll eventually at some point probably challenge myself into doing like little vlog challenges. Like maybe I'll do a vlog week at some point where I vlog every single day for a week. Stuff like that. I just think it'll be fun and just a good time. And I just feel so close and connected to like anyone who comments over there. It just feels like such a close, tight-knit family. I'm gonna grab some of that black now and just deepen things up just a teensy bit more. And you know, really that's pretty much everything I had written down. I feel like, I don't know, I'm just trying to manifest things that are achievable, things that I'm already kind of doing, but I just want to expand upon more. I feel like I'm not trying to, you know, set myself up for like failure in the way. I feel like a lot of people make these big like resolution proclamations that are just like so unrealistic, and it's like you're going from 0 to 100. I just want to continue having a balance with everything. I feel like one of my favorite goals I ever achieved, I don't even remember which year I talked about this, maybe it was the end of 2021. I think I'd mentioned that I really wanted to find a better work-life balance, and I've just loved seeing how over the years that's been very much in the forefront of my mind, because there was a time where I literally only worked. I had like no personality outside of work. I would film before going into the salon. I'd film after the salon. I would stay up till like midnight or 1 a.m. filming and doing videos. And then I'd just repeat it all the next day between salon and YouTube. And I feel like I've gotten a lot better at finding my balance for myself, being able to actually incorporate hobbies and things like that. Imagine. And I've just loved seeing just, I don't know, year after year, how I can just improve mentally, physically, emotionally. I just want to be a happy person, you know? Like, obviously not in like a toxic positivity kind of way, because like I definitely feel like some days are just not your day. There's times in our lives where things are just not optimal, and it's okay to feel the feelings. It's okay to like be sad or mad, but I also do try to be someone who looks at the bright side as much as I possibly can. And I am loving this. It's so dramatic. I'm ready to go in with the shimmers now. I'm going to start with my Shine On Primer from Bad to the Brow in Clionadh. Just going to smear some of that on. And then I'm going to use a flat brush. This one's from Unearthly. It's an 8-8. And I'm just going to kind of pat that primer around. And then just kind of go in and really carve out where I want that shimmer to be. I feel like taking that primer and just really carving it out, it kind of cleans things up a little bit more and preps it nicely for when I actually go in with my shimmer. Helps me a lot. I mean, it's a trick I've been doing since like, gosh, I don't even know when. Probably at least, what, like 4 or 5 years now? Crazy. So I'm going to take that Winter Solstice shade, and that's going to go all over my lid. I'm so excited for it. But I'm very curious, do you have any goals for the new year? Like, do you have any just things that you'd like to try to accomplish, or just things you want to put your focus on? I feel like that's more the way I kind of do my goal setting for the years. It's not so much like, I need to achieve this one thing. It's more just like, here's some things I want to put my focus into. Oh, that is so pretty. Because it kind of shifts from like blue into that warmth. Oh, this is literally perfect. These palettes play so nice together. I love that a lot. I think that's very cool. And I think when I add like the blue graphic liner, that's just gonna be such a fun pop. But yeah, I would love to know if you have any specific like goals or plans. Do you have any plans for the new year? Zane and I actually don't really have too many things planned as of right now. I do have a friend getting married in October in Northern California, so we might do some kind of little like road trip, like might fly into San Francisco, spend a couple days there, and then road trip up to where her wedding's gonna be. I think that would be super, super fun. So we might try to do that. That's definitely like one of the top priority goals, just because I would obviously love to be there and support my friend. In a perfect world, I would love to go on another Disney cruise because I just had so much fun on the last one. I don't know for sure if that one will happen. That one isn't up in the air for sure, but I would love to if we're able to. I in particular love to do one like late November or early December, one of the Christmassy cruises. I think that would be so fun. Oh yes, that pop of blue is good. That is good stuff. I feel like this look right now just looks very like, I mean, it's not normal because it's very colorful, but just kind of a smoky berry situation, but we're about to make it so pizzazzed, it's not even funny with the graphic liner and the gems and stuff. If you're recreating this by chance and you don't want to go extreme, you could absolutely leave it like this. You could even do more of a pinky inner corner if you don't want the contrast, but I was feeling berry and blue today, so that's what I'm gonna do. Man, that Winter Wonderland color is like perfect for this because like the shift, like you can see the blue here and then it turns back into like a warm like pinky gold. That's so good. I love that blue on the lower lash. I think that's so pretty. While I'm here, I am gonna take that Wonderland shade, the icy white, use that as my face highlight. Not that I really need it because those blushes are so glowy, but you know me, I love any sort of extra glow I can get. I would love to try to visit my best friend Mackenzie out in Montana again. Her baby's first birthday is in June, so I'd love to try to go either around June or maybe closer to like beginning of July toward my birthday. It just kind of depends on like if the timing works out, but I would love to visit her. But otherwise, we don't really have any other big things planned. Otherwise, I think we'll kind of just stick more local. Like I'd love to do like just little day trips. Like I love going to St. Augustine. I love going to Savannah. Like that could be a weekend for sure. I really want to visit more of Mount Dora. I went for the first time this year and it was such a cute town. I'd love to visit more of it. So I'm going to use Blue Raspberry from Gavissi. This could end up changing the look in a bad way, but you know what? I'm here to play. Just added some water in that. I'm going to take this Gavissi brush, the GV12, and I'm just going to mix this up so it's a nice creamy consistency. You don't want it too liquidy, but you don't want it too thick either. Oh, do you have any New Year's Eve plans? Do you do anything on New Year's Eve? Do you like go out? Do you stay in? Do you stay up till midnight? I rarely do. The only time I ever stay up till midnight is if like I'm forced to. Like every once in a while, my father-in-law, which I'm pretty sure he's not this year, but he'll have a party on New Year's Eve because his birthday's on the 1st. And those are the times I stay up till midnight, say Happy New Year, Happy Birthday, and then I go home and go to sleep. I am just not a stay up all night kind of girl. It's just not for me. All right, so I'm just gonna try to follow my cuts and bring it into those mats, so. Ooh, that's fun. I like it. Just wanna try to like perfect that a little bit. Oh, I like that though. I think that's very cool. Very, very cool. I feel like that flatters that inner corner so nicely and just adds a little something. I personally love that. I think that just took it up another notch. I love it. I love it. I feel like that's what makes me like thrilled about like these challenges. Like the fact that I'm using these little gems like kind of inspired me to go bold with the cut crease so that I can kind of place the gems with the cut crease. I just think it's cool. So I have this little set from Amazon. I really want to play with the berry toned ones. Like there's some that are like light pink, some that are red, but there's some that are like in the middle, like this one. It's like so hard to tell, but there's some that are like a berry color. I feel like it would flatter really nicely. So I just kind of want a few little kind of sprinkled out here. Maybe a couple like silvery ones toward the fronts. I'm just gonna kind of play it by ear. I like to just do kind of a mixture of sizes and just kind of be a little sporadic about it. I've said it before, but these are technically self-adhesive, but I feel like the adhesive sucks. So I'm gonna take some lash glue and just kind of start going to town. Put one probably like up here, maybe a couple out here. But I realize I never really said if I'm doing anything for New Year's. The answer is no. I feel like I never do. That's just like not my thing. If anything, Zane and I might like go out to dinner. And I do think there's a movie coming out. It's called like, I think Y2K or something like that. And it's like a horror movie. It looks like a bad horror movie, but like bad in a good way. Kind of focused on like when the turn of the millennium happened and people were scared of like, you know, everything freaking out and like machines basically like take over. It looks so stupid, but like in the best way. I think I do maybe want like one little one up here and one like in my inner corner. I'm just gonna do a little silver one in the inner corner because I think that'll be cute. I just love that. I think that's so fun. Just adds a little something. Okay, just threw on my mascara. This is the Glossier one. And I threw in my eye pencil. This is like the baby blue one. I don't remember what it's called. It'll be in the description box from Oden's Eye. I just love the splashes of blue, especially with like my blue sweater. It's just perfect. And for lips, I kind of want to keep with the berry theme perhaps and do a berry lip. This might be overkill, but we won't know until we try. So this is Berry Me by Dose of Colors. Nope, I love it. I love it. I was feeling berry and blue today and I feel like I understood the assignment. Yes, that is so good. I'm gonna do something with this hair now. Finish actually getting ready. Thanks so much for being here and for hanging out. I think this look came out so cool. I just love the berry and blue combination. I love it. I think it came out so fun. I feel like those two palettes played so well together. This was just such a fun time. I really enjoyed kind of sitting, hanging out, chatting, doing my makeup, talking about my goals. I'm excited to hear about your goals for 2025. Let me know what's going on with you. I really hope you've had a good month and I hope you have an unbelievable 2025. If you made it to the end of this video, why don't you leave, I don't know, leave some emojis that make you think of like the new year. Anything you want to manifest, anything you want to celebrate, leave some emojis that resonate with you for 2025. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me over on Instagram on BATTYBEAN there as well. Also, if you want to, you can subscribe. I'm posting most days over here. And if you wanna, you can join my channel memberships. The link to sign up is in my description box. There's a couple different tiers, a couple different perks, and I would love to have you. Also, in my description box, my second channel is down there if you would like to pop over for some additional content. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.